Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another episode of the MMA Show. The Red Kingdom. Holy smokes, was that game hectic or what, bro? I could not watch that fucking game, bro. Fuck, don't get me wrong, it was probably one of the best Super Bowl games ever, and a lot of people are saying that, not just me, but it was a hectic ass game, bro. If you were a Chiefs fan or an Eagles fan for that matter, it was stupid hectic, bro. To the last minute. Even during the last play, I was like, "There's a chance that this motherfucker will miss this field goal," and I was just so fucking nervous. But at the end of the day, we took the dub. We brought the Super Bowl back to Kansas City, baby. So I will be attending probably the maybe I don't know the parade here in a couple of days here in downtown Kansas City. So I'll keep you guys posted on that, man. The only reason why I'm thinking of even going is because I already told this story here, but the last time I went on the parade here in Kansas City when they won the Super Bowl, it was like 2, 3 years ago. Um, it was negative 30 degrees out, so it was stupid cold. Like it could not go nowhere. It was still packed for some reason, and I was wearing nothing but Vans and just skinny jeans, bro. And I was struggling, bro. I was struggling. So, anyway, it's gonna be lit. I definitely want to get. If you guys don't know, I'm a photographer and a videographer, so I want to get some content shot down there, some photos and whatnot. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna take my drone out. Last time there was this dope picture of. It was actually during the Royals parade. It was a picture of a drone or aerial picture, and the whole people, like all the people, they looked like a sea. It was for the Royals, so it was blue. It looked like a blue sea, bro. And even in parts where like the elevation would change, so like there's this famous like fountain right by the Union Station in downtown. So it's the ground, fountain, ground, right? And even on the fountain, you could see the elevation of the people, like the same shape of the fountain was. The people were mimicking. Oh my god, it was unexplainable. It was insane. It was millions of people on the streets of downtown. So that is probably gonna happen again. But I want to get a really dope picture like that. I made it my mission to get a really dope picture on the Super Bowl parade and hopefully post it somewhere and make it go viral or something. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me today again. I really appreciate you for coming back from another video from me. So if you've been watching my videos, thank you. If you don't know, I'm your host, Hegart Gonzalez. The only thing I ask from you guys, man, is that if you do enjoy my content, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down there, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk amongst yourselves or ask me a question on the comments. I'll be more than happy to respond. So yeah, man, the Super Bowl was absolutely insane, but I know what you guys are here for, man. I know what you came for. I know why you clicked on this video, bro, and it was to talk about MMA, or more specifically the UFC event that just happened. I got no words. I got no words. Not only did we just witness a great football game, but we also witnessed a great fight, or get set of fights, really, because the co-main was absolutely insane. Let me pull it up here real quick. So let me just start off by saying all fights were great. Yes, I'll talk on the main event. It was a little bit controversial, but I'll talk about it. But I'm going to start off with the co-main, which is Jair versus Josh Emmett. Holy shit, bro. I was kind of rooting for Josh. I didn't really know both of these guys that well, so I watched a little bit of highlights, and I was like, oh man, Josh looks fucking like he's got it. And he's been in the UFC a little bit longer. He's more of a vet, I think. So I was really rooting for him. But man, during that fight, I changed my mind. Not only because Jair is Mexican and fellow Mexicano, And it really got to me when he went and kissed his mom and his dad were all there. You know, his dad was wearing cowboy hat and everything. So I was like, yo, that's actually dope to be representing your roots like that. That is nice to see, man. But then once the fight actually started, holy shit! I had no idea. My fault. That's my fault. I had no idea that Yair Rodriguez was like if Izzy had a kid with Wonderboy Thompson, bro. Holy fuck, this kid is absolutely insane. His leg kicks all night were money. Money. He was hitting body kicks. He hit more body than anything, but he did go high a couple of times. Flying knee that kind of hit at a weird spot, kind of hit at, like in his neck. At the moment, I thought it hit flush. I was like, oh my god, he just fucking almost knocked him out. But once the replay showed, it kind of hit him like right here, and Josh's head kind of like two turns. So you think that he hit him flush, but either way, he is a savage. He is an absolute savage, and I'm super excited to see him now against the champ Volk, because a lot of people are saying, man, that Yair is no punk against Volk, and yeah, I'll talk about Volk here in a second, but that's a super exciting fight because I don't know, man. Out of all the guys at featherweight right now, I don't see anyone giving Volk an issue. I mean, he already proved himself against some of the top, featherweights in the world in the history, like Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, fucking Jose Aldo's not in the UFC anymore, but you get the point. He already tried himself against the best featherweights ever, and before and current. So I was like, there's no one there for him until I saw Yair Rodriguez fight. I was like, okay, we have something there. And it's pretty much secure now that they're gonna fight, right? I hope everything goes well. I hope there's no injuries, no delays, or nothing. Obviously, both guys will take some time off after they just fought in the same weekend. So I'm very excited to see how is that gonna play out. Yair surprised me a lot with his striking. I mean, phenomenal striking, phenomenal ground game as well. I mean, the fight ended on a submission due to a triangle. He set that up so beautifully. Even though I think I'll have to rewatch it, but I think he was the one taken down, right? So Josh Emmett was on top, and he was landing some good shots from ground and pound, but eventually Yair transitioned to the triangle, which was flawlessly done and flawlessly secure the win. I think it was round two. It was pretty close to the round ending. So maybe you wonder if Josh would have maybe held there a little bit longer. What would have happened if he would have delayed the triangle a little bit and then try to hold it on for like 10 seconds? Maybe something could have happened. But hey, the guy had no choice but to tap or maybe go to sleep. I don't know. But either way, man, all props go to Yair Rodriguez. He is an absolute savage, bro. He's an absolute savage. Now, I do remember, I completely forgot that Yair fought Brian Ortega. And if you don't know, I'm a huge Brian Ortega fan. So, but then I didn't pay a huge attention to that fight because Brian Ortega got injured. So and ended up losing that fight because his shoulder got dislocated. So that sucks. I hate to see that. I'm a huge fan of Brian. Before out of all the guys, I think Brian has been the one that gave Volk the biggest test. He landed some great shots. He obviously almost submitted him. So I was really looking forward to maybe someday seeing that rematch. That can still happen, but right now that's completely out of the picture. Right now we are 100% guaranteed Yair Rodriguez versus Volk. Now Yair Rodriguez did amazing versus versus Josh, man. But you have to wonder, bro. Volk is a whole nother animal, and we'll talk about him here in a sec because that main event was fire, bro. It's a whole other animal. The way Volk is, first of all, he's fast. He's super explosive. He's super strong. He now proved to us that he has amazing wrestling and grappling. So it's, he's no punk, man. He's the fucking king for a reason. So Yair is gonna be interesting to see what he can do to kind of adjust that. Leg kicks are money. Definitely do those all night. Leg kicks to the body and then go high, chop the legs all night. Those have to be there all night. I think someone like Volk, when you see him versus Ortega, and then even versus someone like Islam, the defense needs to improve a little bit. He gets cracked. He definitely gets cracked. So that's where he needs to be very, very careful because Yair can fucking crack. And I think his biggest advantage are his leg kicks, man. He has to. The only way he's gonna knock out Volk, he's not gonna knock him out with a jab or a hook. He can knock him down, but he's not gonna knock him out with one of those. He has to fucking hit him flush with a leg kick to the face or some shit like that for Volk to really, really be in some serious trouble. Now, out of those two, I'm already breaking down that fight. It hasn't even been announced. I'm sorry. I'll go back to the Josh Emmett fight. So, great fight. Josh Emmett showed a lot of potential in the first round. It almost finished, if I'm not mistaken, Yair. Some great shots landed, and like I said, I think the whole exchange started because he took. I could be wrong. I'm sorry, but the whole exchange started because he took Yair to the ground. He was landing some nice shots from ground and pound, but then Yair, ultimately submitted him. And so, fight was amazing. Nothing really short of amazing. It was just perfect. Not perfect, but a really, really good performance by both of them. Obviously, they both, I think, need to improve on a little bit. Yair definitely has to improve a little bit on his defense. He definitely got cracked a lot. And if you get cracked by the champ, man, that's no punk. So you don't want to have those flaws when you're going up against the champ, right? Josh, man, great fighter. I feel bad for him. Like I said, he is a little bit on the older side, and he's a little bit on the more like the vet situation. He is, how old is he? He's 37. So yeah, definitely on the older side. It makes you realize, like, well, will he try again? He's definitely still at the top of the division. He's probably still gonna be number 2. But it makes you wonder, like, okay, where does he go from now? He will try to get the belt again. He should, in my opinion. He still has some tank in him. He's 37, like I said, but he could still have 1 or 2 fights. So I think he should let the championship fight play out, right? Volk against Jair. Now he has to bet on Volk winning. I'll tell you why. If Volk loses, there's gonna be a rematch, right? And Jair and him are gonna be 1-0. And then if Volk wins again, so if Volk loses and wins the rematch, that's 1-1, right? They might fight again just to get, just to see who's the best, really. So three fights, that could take 2 years, right? So Josh doesn't have 3 years to spare, right, to wait for that. So he really has to root for Volk, in my opinion, because then Yair he might not get an immediate rematch. So then Josh can squeeze his way in right there and say, "Hey, my turn, motherfucker." Because I don't think he's fought Volk, right? So he has to test himself against Volk. So I'm excited to see that, honestly. So, but yeah, so we are getting Yair versus Volk. I'm excited for that. The other fight that I was very impressed with was Jack Della Maddalena versus Randy Brown. Jack Della, probably the biggest win of his career. So I'm really, really excited to see where he goes from here, man. Let's see, stats. He landed 18 strikes. He ended on round first by submission, but it was a great fight, man. I'm excited to see what he does next. I want to see kind of who he has next. So the fight was at welterweight, right? Welterweight. So we have, obviously, that division is fucking stacked. I don't think he was ranked at the time of the fight. So today's Monday, so maybe Tuesday he will be ranked at some point. I don't know. Will he be ranked? Actually, I don't think so. I think he's still unranked. So he still has to maybe, go through some fire, get to some fights to break to that top 10, top 15. But I would love to see him versus someone like Michael Pereira. I think he has a fight booked already, though. Someone like Li Jingliang. That's gonna be a great breakthrough for him for that division because Li is ranked 15. So if he can get past Li, he's right there, man. He's right there in top 15. And then from there, it's off to the races, bro. From there, you know what I'm saying, is people like Jorge Masvidal, people like Hamza Shimaev, people like, Wonderboy Thompson, Gilbert Burns. So that division is stupid stacked right now. So he has to play his cards correctly. But I think he does well. I think he does well. I think eventually he'll end up at the top of the division. And what a great night for him to win in his hometown. First of all, that's amazing. The biggest fight of his career, and you win it in your hometown. That's just it's really something nice to take home about, man. So good for him. Really, really good for him. Okay. Now I've teased you guys long enough. Now we can talk about the main event. Listen. It was a great fight. I'm going to start off by saying that. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. I do still think that Islam won the fight. Sorry, I thought somebody threw some shit at me. I still think Islam won the fight. I still think Islam won the fight. And you might be surprised by hearing me say that because I was rooting for Volk. And if you know me, I know that I'm not the biggest fan of Khabib and Islam. And listen, they're great, right? They're definitely some of the GOATs. But I don't know, man. I just cannot be a fan of them. Do I recognize they're the best in the world? Yeah, but I just cannot be a fan of them. I cannot. I'm not entertained. Ultimately, it's entertainment, right? And I'm not. I'm not entertained. That's all. That's simple. Plain and simple. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about that. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but I'm just not entertained by them. That being said, though, Islam definitely won the fight by the mere fact that he took Volk down and he outstruck him. It's controversial. It's controversial because he took Volk down, but he only really had a threat once. He took him down during that fight, I would say 4 times. But the real threat was only once, where he nearly choked him in the first round, right? So nearly choked him in the first round. But then all the times that he took him down, Volk got right back up. He got right back up. So it was either the first round or the second one. I don't remember. But it's just you don't know how refs score that. If you take someone down, you double leg them, you take them down, right? That's great for the audience. That's a big pop for the audience. Oh. But if the other guy gets right back up, or if the other guy defends submissions very well, right? Who does the point go to? Does a point go to the guy that's throwing the submissions but missing? So if Islam throws an armbar, throws a rear naked choke, but Volk does a great job at defending them, who gets the points? Who gets the points? The guy that tried and failed, or the guy that succeeded at not getting finished? That's a question that it doesn't really have an answer right now, and that's a really, really great area when it comes to judging. But you have to resort to the main way of scoring, which is striking. And Volk did get outstroked by Islam. I have the stats right here. So it was significant strikes, total strikes. It was 95 for 160. I'm wrong. Volk outstruck him 160 to 95. Huh. And he had more significant strikes, and he had a knockdown. Huh. Wait a second then. Wait a fucking second then. I had to look at the stats. I only watched the fight. And watching the fight, I did think that Islam won. Even though his face looked more beat up, I do think that he won because of the takedowns and stuff like that. He had 4 takedowns versus 0. But see, bro, this is the fucked up part. He had 4 takedowns, right? But he had less significant strikes. And he had less total strikes. So what the fuck are these fucking judges going off by, bro? What the fuck are these judges going off by? I really don't get it. If someone wants to explain it to me, please. I really don't get it. If Volk had more strikes, I really don't get it, bro. If Volk had more strikes, more significant strikes, but Islam had more takedowns, how the fuck is that a win for Islam, bro? I really don't get it. I really don't get it. 164 strikes versus 70. 70 significant strikes versus 57. 1 knockdown versus 0. But 0 takedowns versus 4. Who wins the fight? Side A. Side A. More strikes, more significant strikes, more knockdowns, 1 versus 0. Side B, 4 takedowns. Who wins the fight? Who wins the fight? Well, according to these judges in Australia, the guy with 4 takedowns wins the fight, even though he had less strikes, he had less significant strikes, and he got knocked down. And he ended the fight by being on the floor, getting his face punched in. So who really won the fight? Who really won the fight? It's kind of crazy, man. I changed my mind completely. When I started recording this video, I had to look at the stats, and I've only seen the fight. So I said, oh, Islam won. He outstruck him. He took him down. But now that I'm looking at the stats, man, it's absolutely insane. Like, how the fuck does Islam won? Anyways, I got sidetracked because I'm going to tell you what. No matter what, Volk won. No matter what, Volk won the fight. Volk won the night. Shit, Volk won the year, bro. First of all, he deserves fighter of the fucking year, all right? Second of all, he deserves some motherfucking respect, right? Because he stepped up. He went against the fucking boogeyman of the UFC and said, I don't give a shit who this guy is. I don't give a shit how thick his beard is and what's his last name, where he's from, who he trains with. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm going to go in there and do some work. And he did. And he did. And he damn near almost finished Islam. I think if the last round has 30 more seconds with the ground and pound, he probably could have done something. He probably would have done some good things there. So, man, it's tough, bro. It's tough because, yeah, Islam won on paper, but technically Alexander won the fight, in my opinion. Volk won because of what he did. Because everybody expected Islam to... It's kind of like when Gilbert Burns fought Khamzat. Everyone expected Khamzat to just run through Burns, but Burns said, no, motherfucker, hell no, you have to kill me. And that's what happened. Fucking, he didn't kill him, but he didn't just ran through him. He had to just absolutely test himself. And that's the problem, man. That's the problem with this fucking Dagestanis, Chechnyan, fucking bearded guys. They come over here. They think they can just take, oh, I'm going against the number 2 in the world. Easy. Oh, I'm going against the pound for pound. He's short. He's easy. Fuck no, bro. You learn your fucking lesson. You learn your fucking lesson. You better show some motherfucking respect, bro. He's the pound for pound for no reason, bro. Volk was the pound for pound just not because he's fucking cute. He was the pound for pound because he's a fucking savage, bro. So when you go against the pound for pound, just because you just ran through Oliveira doesn't mean you can run through Volk, right? That's not how it works. So who is the real winner here, bro? The guy that disappointed everyone, or the guy that absolutely surprised the entire world? Fuck what the judges say, bro. The winner is Volk. I don't care. Anyways, man, I would absolutely love to see this both of these two guys fight again. I mean, who wouldn't? I would watch these guys fight every single weekend, and I will give them all my money. I don't give a fuck. I did have money in Volk, but that doesn't matter. It was just a great fight, bro. It was a great fight overall. It was super exciting to watch. I was on my fucking toes the whole time. I could not stop watching, bro. But Volk showed some real goddamn heart, bro. The fact that just couldn't get submitted by Islam, the fact that he just couldn't, get finished by Islam. Volk said no. He was smiling. The guy had almost a full-on choke locked behind him, and he was smiling, bro. Like savagery, straight up savagery, bro. I'm excited. I really want to see a rematch. I know Islam has to defend his title against another guy from the division because he doesn't want to back it up. And Volk also has to defend his title at featherweight. So not next, but hopefully we do get to see a rematch between these two guys, right? Volk looked phenomenal. Volk looked absolutely phenomenal. Islam definitely looked more nervous. He looked more tired towards the middle rounds and towards the end of the fight. Volk just like Joe Rogan said, he keeps improving. When he fought Korean Zombie, he said Volk just keeps getting better, and he's already the best in the world and keeps getting better. So yeah, it's just absolutely insane, bro. That's absolutely fucking insane. Well, there you have it, guys. There was my breakdown of what happened at UFC 284. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting. Let me know what you want to see, man. If you want to see other type of content, if you want to see other type of stuff going on here, man, just comment it down in the comments. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And go Chiefs!